It is almost quitting time for me and for my two oldest offspring. I've still got quite a bit to do in here. I do want to point one thing out, and I've got to think on how to do this delicately. My granddaughter, Aurora, delicately in as much as I've got to be kind to the camera. There's old Alf snoozing away. My desk is still cluttered, but she came out, and like the true champion she is, she helped me get all this in some semblance of order. Swept the floors. I've got to do a little work on that computer over there, and then I'll be going in the house and spending time with the love of my life. Let me turn this back around so that I can get it. Oh yeah. To my buddies Matt and Mike, my new friends. Told you I tried operating my one of my two very small drones, the smallest one in here. That is the result of me being stupid. Yep, I did it. You know, my grandpa used to have a saying that I could tear up a anvil with a rubber mallet, and I'm not sure he was wrong. It's not that I'm not, you know, that I'm really dumb or anything. When you spend your life and you're not afraid to try something, it causes a lot of injuries, and it creates problems for you, especially in your old age, and that's where I'm at right now. I've got a lot of problems of my own doing. Linda's in the house. We went to breakfast. I took her by to meet my new friend Matt, who has the sweetest two dogs. I went over there and let them slobber all over me. One's a chocolate lab. Her name's Mia. And then the bigger dog, who's like 8 months old, he looks like he's a bird dog, part Brittany Spaniel maybe, but his name's Lee, and he's just precious. I had fun time opening the door and letting them come up so I could love on them. Nick and Bo are out in the heat working. I'm in the cool in my office, and I'll be working in a minute. We got Aurora. Man, she did a good job in here. It got things to where I can move around in here, which is what I really needed. It's still upside down, but let me tell you something. You got to see on a pan around with my micro camera, and I don't know where I put that thing. There it is. This little dude here I shot my shorts with, and I did a pan around with it so you could see it was really worse than it is now. Still not great, but far better than it was. Linda and I finished The Lincoln Lawyer last night. I'd already figured it out. You can sync a drone, almost any drone, especially the big ones, to your cell phone to operate it from your cell phone. And I won't spoil it for you, but I figured out the whodunit on it. Also figured out who was trying to kill the boss actor in the show. I won't say who the judge is, if it was male or female, but my late partner and I put one in prison, a judge. And just because someone's a judge does not make them holier than anybody else. Right now it says it's 90 degrees outside. I think it's probably hotter than that. I don't know. Like I said, or I don't know if I said so or not, but in the morning I have to take Brandon, my oldest son, to Ada, to Mercy Hospital over there. I'm not real sure what he's doing, but I'll give him a ride over there. I purposely didn't wear a hearing aid today. I just didn't feel like wearing a hearing aid. It gets a little much, even with that lightweight one, with it stuck in my ear. I hear fine out of my left one. That's how I normally operate. I feel here around my head. Excuse me. Earlier, Zara Rose came out and she had to get crackers for her and for Tigger and for Aurora and for Daddy and for Cheyenne and for Ashton, I think. I'm not real sure. But she got a bunch of crackers. The cracker jar is almost empty. I've got to replenish it. We got my keyboards up and on the keyboard stand, and it's still covered with a cloth to keep the dirt out of it. I haven't fired it up to play it in a long time. I need to do that. My favorite playing guitar is back over on a guitar stand over. It's that black cheap one I bought. They're still cheap. I bought that one for 59 bucks. It was like 64 or 65 shipping, handling, and everything. I got another set of guitar strings. I got a guitar pick. I got a gig bag, and I got a guitar strap to go on it. And I got a little book telling me how to play guitar. But I really like it. It's by J.W. Lawson or something like that. Rawson. I'm not real sure. Doesn't matter. For a cheap guitar, it plays very well. And I plan on doing some of that tomorrow after we get back from Ada. I will put on my shorts, my tennis shoes, and t-shirt and come out here and pick and grin. Today I'm not doing that. Had a friend of mine ask me, he knew I was carrying a gun under my bib. He wanted to know if I sewed a pocket on it or what, how I was carrying it. Didn't know. It just, I've got a little old button that goes through the watch hole, and it looks like I'm carrying a watch in there or something. Linda admonished me today from now on, if I'm even going over to Jerry or whatever, carry a gun with me. It brought it home to her, I guess, watching that show. In one portion, and I'm not sending a spoiler out, Mickey Holler, the lead attorney, shows up to help his driver who's not there and gets ambushed. And first of all, I'm always situationally aware. I'm trained to do that. It hasn't slacked off because I'm an old man. I will always defend myself and others. Let's just put it that way. So I understood that it was in the script, but anybody that is used to situations like that, they're not going to allow themselves to get surprised and ambushed. I think these overalls are getting a little ripe. I think I'm going to change over to some fresh and clean ones for tomorrow. I need to turn that coffee pot off. Do that after the vlog. We got about 3 sprinkles today. I don't know when we're going to get rain next. It will be when it happens. God in His infinite wisdom knows when we really need it. He'll send it. But anyway, we have a show we also watch, and there's 2 episodes we've not seen, 2 new episodes, called It's Death in Paradise, and I went just to make sure that they were going to be on there, and they are. So I imagine Linda and I, after we watch this vlog and a few other things on YouTube, we'll switch over. I'm gonna, while I've got this uploading, I will be checking other channels for stuff for Linda and I to look at tonight. You know, I can't emphasize enough that my wife is my absolute best friend. I'm more in love with her now than I was when I first met her, and we've been married a long time, and don't get me lying about how long, because I honestly can't remember. I've slept a few times since then. I hope God is blessing you. I do, in your life. I hope that you have all that you're in need of. And like that sign right there says, yeah, that one. That one. Be kind. Bye.